All right, we're back.
We made it.
We made it.
We are back. What do you know?
Unlike our characters.
Ba-dum-bum.
Goodness gracious. All right. I'm so sketched for this session. I'm sketched out because you're all probably going to die.
I still don't
That's
believe
a vote
you.
of confidence.
I watched how many hero points got spent last session.
Well,
I
every
still
time
got
you say
more.
we're gonna die, we always live. But it's the times you say you don't say we're gonna die that we do die. So
That's true.
I have a question.
I'm not scared.
Yeah, hit me.
Did I use a hero point last session?
No, you begged for
I don't.
I kept it.
I don't know for sure, but I want to say everybody used like 8. So
I stopped you from using one.
Right, I remember it came up, and then I don't think I actually spent it.
you rolled a nat 1 on your perception with the dance, and I think you kept it. That was the only time you thought about using it, I think.
Yeah.
No, there was another time.
There was another time,
The
but
gossip.
she didn't spend it.
It was the gossip.
She
Yeah,
was gonna
my
spend it
ego
on
was
that.
bruised. It's fun. All right, sorry.
You see, this is why I don't have any hero points. Bet you clowns are feeling really stupid right about now.
That and you roll lower.
Right, so everybody knows that you and hero points don't get along.
Yeah, now that they're made
true.
of your best friend, it's even worse.
This is me at my most
Okay.
powerful.
Okay. All right. So we got Tech Crew, which consists of Zeha, Moat, and Eisen?
Question mark?
Question mark. All right. We got Tech Crew in the basement, hearing somebody upstairs, possibly, they've said, playing a vid game. And then we got Infiltration Crew, Disguise Crew, Dr. Lin, Tetsu, basically like
Playing patty
trying to be not suspicious outside the front door.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Don't.
No, but
Be
we're just you
suspicious.
two dudes hanging around. There's nothing wrong with that. We're just having a ball.
Dr. Len, I'm staring at this data pad, and the dots are not moving. Oh, it's off. Hold on.
Hey, gotta push
I'd like to
that.
think that they're doing like the salsa or something, like in
You would
like
be
the square.
very wrong.
Yeah, there's no way.
Very wrong.
We are standing there awkwardly.
I mean, if the data pad's frozen, you just need to smack it, right? That's what we
We
went
need to
over
heat it up.
pre-session.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You guys, Tech Crew, have pushed the camera out of the way momentarily, saved Wasp from being seen, question mark maybe, and slid past the camera. In all of that haste, you have passed a bunch of stuff on tables and such. This basement is like just has tables filled with junk basically in the middle of it, but the junk is right, and I say junk as in like stuff that does look interesting to, I would say, definitely Moat and Zeha, being the technological side there. It looks like just a bunch of technology crap, but it's 100% in the range of both cameras, like basically right in the middle of both of them. And you guys are kind of up against this door as you hear on the other side a muffled voice screaming at what you guys think is a vid game and wondering how someone killed him like that.
Out of curiosity, before we actually get started, at the end of last session, I rolled a 19 plus whatever to know where the server room is in this
Yep.
basement.
Yep.
Do we have to go up onto the first floor and then back down again? Like
No, I told you it was on the first floor across from the restroom.
Yeah, this is the right.
Okay.
We only have one direction to go in right now.
Right.
So, because I did not realize I didn't quite pick up the room description the last time. We were a little bit heated.
Yeah.
Same.
With everything that we passed, obviously not risking moving anywhere near the camera. So where we are, kind of like away from the cameras, piled against this door, is there like a nearby technological assortment of items within like reach?
Not nearby at all. They're both like kind of almost very purposely stationed. Like you see multiple tables and counters, and then you see like these 2 tables in the middle of the room that are almost purposely stationed with everything on those 2 tables. All the counters are empty. Pretty enough easy to surmise that like this stuff is supposed to be on camera, and if he's working, it's supposed to be on camera.
Right. So the camera that I pushed away, I pushed back, and I still have my hand up, my psychokinetic hands. Can I make a general check to identify what kind of goodies they're storing here? Might tell us a bit more about the scientist.
Yeah, this is everyone down here can make me a perception check real quick. Just a very general perception check.
Natural 20.
Good start.
I have my scanner out for this, so I have a +4 to this roll, just because now I can have it out and it doesn't matter.
For
the
sure.
guy turns around as he hears the beep boop beep boop.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does it make noise?
No, it has
Scanning.
a mute mode.
Scanning. Gamer detected.
Scanning.
Nerd.
Okay. We got a 24 from Zeha, 14 from Moat, and a 23 from Eisen.
19.
Oh, you added the +4 too?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, it's already built in. So.
19 from Eisen then. All right, you are all scanning it over. I will say, Moat, you see some interesting things, like just mainly the things that are catching your eyes because it's what you're used to are like salvage type materials. They're like pieces of robots, little like wires that you're like, man, that would be perfect. Like a little thing of sheet metal that you're like, that would make this the perfect thing for wasps, like that kind of stuff. Eisen, you're looking over all of this stuff, and the one item that really catches your eyes is an engineering toolkit. And it looks to be of very nice make. And then Zeha, you're looking over, and like as you're running past it, you see multiple things. You see what looks to be a data core, like something that you would house inside of a computer, but you also think that you could just read it by yourself. You also see some goggles and then some other weird little, it looks almost like a puzzle box type thing. You definitely don't think it's a puzzle box, but like in our world is how I'm describing it. It looks like a cube that has multiple pieces to it.
Interesting. Okay. Zeha says nothing, kind of glancing at Moat, also eyeing the stuff, like just making sure no one's doing anything too stupid here. But she does make a mental note that if things go tits up and we have to be running out, no reason not to grab a few things. Alright.
Does your data scan spell that lets you read what's like internal to like a component?
It's an action.
Can you do that at a distance?
No. I have to be right up on it.
It.
That's why I pointedly asked, is there anything within reach? But so we have this dude on the other side of the door, and they sound immediately on the other side of the door?
No, it sounds probably a solid. I'll kind of roll over this perception for all of you, and Zeha with your natural 20. He sounds to be like a solid like 20 feet, but with next to no walls, like blocking his voice or anything. Like nothing's muffling his voice besides distance in the door.
Gotcha. What? Kind of like looking at the two of you, I just like raise my hands and sort of like a what? All four of them. Ideas? Whispering, barely even whispering, honestly.
Like the barest of whispers. I'm not going to do that just so that everyone can pick up, but the barest of whispers. I'm going to say, if that guy is playing a game or something, you did something with the gun of the orc at the asylum. If you glitch it just a little bit, to just draw his attention, I can open the, like, we should just see what's going on. Is there like a key, like what is the door situation here? Is there like a keyhole we're looking through? Or are we just like Scooby doing at like the edge of the door trying to listen through? Like what is the thing here?
Yeah, it looks to be like a thin metal door, which is why the voice, you get the sense that the voice was so muffled from like 20 feet away. But on your side, all you see is a handle. That obviously doesn't mean there isn't stuff on the other side. It isn't locked. That's all perception checks and stuff.
Right.
You guys should DDoS him and ruin his game.
I've been thinking about short-circuiting the game thing, but I gotta get Wasp up there.
And
Yeah.
either way, I mean, short-circuiting the thing is just going to get his attention off of the game.
Right.
I have the remote operation spell, though it does use a spell slot. My thing is I can't identify if the target needs to be visible to me. Right now I'm reading one... you're going to hear some of my clicking noises, I apologize. One operable technological device no larger than a vehicle that is not a starship. That is the only thing my target says to me.
So I think we've mentioned this way back when. Starfinder has a weird thing about spells that they don't explain it in every spell because it matters for all spells. Basically, you need line of sight for all spells.
Okay.
Right.
So like if you don't have line of sight, you can't cast it. Now, if you're casting Fireball, you just need line of sight to that square, not the people
Right.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
no, that
But-
makes sense. Okay.
So yeah, I was planning regardless to like slide the door. Does this look like a door that I could slide open a little bit and peek through without it like making a big grinding noise, or is this like a automatic door? I touch it and it will just shoot open.
You can give me a perception check.
I would, yeah.
24.
You give the handle a very like slow, and this is all flavor obviously, but you give the handle like a very slow like pull down. It's one of those like the handle sticks out horizontally, but it goes up vertical and
Yeah, I handle.
downward vertical, for lack of a better word.
Yeah,
It goes up vertical and down vertical, and you feel it give a little bit. You don't hear any sounds, and you think like you feel it give, so you think it's unlocked too. You hearing no sounds and everything, you get the sense that it is probably going to be okay to attempt to make a stealth check. Like the door itself is not going to give you away.
Right.
All right, I'm going to look at you all and be like, we need visual. So quiet, and worst case, I kind of do this like thing with two of my hands in front of my face and like daze them. Worst case.
If you need a little bit of extra time, I think I might be able to do the same thing. If
Okay.
you can handle the distraction, I can. Well, give us an extra moment.
If you can,
But do we
you can
wanna-
daze, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
If it fails, the target is immune to it for 1 minute. Is it to my daze, or can we like double daze him and double our chances of success?
What's the exact wording on it?
Um,
on the
After a
failure
creature
part.
has been
after a creature has been dazed by this spell,
been dazed.
it is immune. Oh, right.
So yeah, it's only if it works, but
Okay.
it says has been dazed by this spell, it's immune to it for 1 minute. So I
That
think
makes sense.
we can't like daze and then
Extend
daze
it.
again on the next
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's to keep from day stacking for parties, I think.
Yeah.
You don't see anything.
You can
Yeah.
daze for days.
That feeling when the level 1 party kills the Tarrasque because they just day stack.
Well, we'd run out of spells eventually.
Okay.
It's
no,
a
this is a
cantrip.
Let's go ahead and stealthily open the door and try to get a visual on, like, without moving, basically, like, cracking it to get a visual on the room, where he is, what we're dealing with, and then I will improvise.
And
Alright.
I'm giving them view to see through, but I want to be like in front of them in case of like shit going down. I want to be able to like take the hits.
Sure. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all. You know that if the more people that want to make a perception check, the harder the stealth roll is gonna be, because it's just more people moving behind a cracked door. So y'all can decide what the plan is there and then go for it.
I think I'm gonna let
My
Isa-
job is just to like stealth open the door and make sure like they don't get injured. So I'm not making any sort of perception check in terms of.
Okay.
But you're opening the door.
Yes.
Okay, so can we do it like you're doing sleight of hand, and I don't care. Do you want to perceive mode, or do you want me to look around? I can do it.
I I can look around if
You're smaller.
You
They'll
wanna work
see you
on-
less. Go for it.
yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna need a stealth from Eisen and then a perception from Moat. Since those happen simultaneously, whether the stealth goes good or bad.
Sleight of hand or stealth?
And
Nope, stealth.
Okay.
that's fine. I actually have a point in stealth versus sleight of hand, so I prefer it.
I rolled a 20.
And just as a note, because I never said it, but I would have definitely have done it, I am at the lowest light level I can currently be, so that like I don't open the door and
figured.
just like, what is that? Yeah.
Somebody's watching the cameras. They're like, "What? What the heck is down there so bright?"
Exactly.
Wait,
See how
Oh
you're
my
raising
god,
it,
you
are
can just blind the
serious?
cameras.
Oh, true.
Look, I thought about that for like the highest light level if we need it, but that's later.
All right,
19,
you guys-
there's no
not bad.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Nice. Party's doing it. Natural 16, natural 14. Okay. Eisen, you go to open the door very quietly. You give probably about a 2-inch gap for Moat to get a peek through. Moat, you like get in a position, get a nice little peek through this door. What you see is imagine like the epitome of a bachelor pad. And it's like love seat, coffee table with like 2 to 3 drinks on it, a plate, and then this pretty young male humanoid with like really tan to like dark brown skin, and he has his shirt off, and you just see tattoos everywhere.
Ooh.
And he has a controller in his hand and seems to be looking at something that you probably suspect is a TV because it's like you see the light shining from it.
Young, you said?
Pretty young, not like kid, like mid-20s for a human.
And it's human. Or humanoid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, clearly
Human.
not Elven. Can we tell
Yeah.
if it's like clearly not Elven?
Clearly not elven and clearly not super alien. Like it's a rounded ear humanoid. So
Right.
you get the sense it's a human. You haven't run a DNA test or anything, but
Right. I don't know if like Eisen would know what a human is. Like he would just know it's not an elf, therefore it's probably not the scientist.
I mean, you met
You mean you
the guy on
wouldn't-
Akatonian that gave you the job was a human.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you've
He's a
been.
red. He's a
been
red.
to-
Plus, we
He's
were
a
on
Absalom and stuff.
yeah, Absalom.
Okay.
Pretty heavy human.
How are you, like?
Moat will communicate telepathically to Zeha, and then Eisen. There's a human dude just playing games in there. It looks like he's living here or something like that. Maybe this is just his stash or some shit.
Maybe the scientist.
I can't.
I don't know.
All right.
Looks like much of a. Doesn't look like a scientist type.
Is
Hey, scientists can play video games.
I lean down, like, and whisper again, like, from the other side of the door. Does he look taken care of? Like a cushy life? Like this place is like he's being spoiled.
Is he a prisoner, Waffles, or is he, happy?
I mean,
Seemingly.
he's not chained to anything. It also doesn't seem like he has too many worries, as he's just like blasting a video game with a couple of drinks and a plate of food in front of him.
Did you see another door
Okay.
on the other side?
Yeah, I was wondering if there was another door that's visible
you-
from ours.
You saw what would be his front door, and then you saw what looks to be like a hallway.
Okay.
That's all you could see from your vantage point.
From what I can see of his tattoos, do any of them strike me as familiar?
Give me a culture check.
Natural 20 for a 26.
Goodness. Okay. Woo.
Guys, don't
Correct.
use those
Blow
up.
him here. Let's go.
Cracks
We're gonna need
knuckles.
some of those.
Funnily enough, you see not a lot that are like super familiar to you, but it's hard to pick it up because it's basically like a collage of tattoos over his body. Like imagine a sleeve, but it's just everywhere. That said, you pick up like an elvish portion, a Akatonian portion, a Scyphozoan portion. Like you just see these different types of cultures that look to be tattooed like all over his body. And I say cultures, it's not like a jellyfish, but it's something that like it's a part of Scyphozoan culture, is a part of Kasathan culture, like tattooed just in different places, whether it's a word, a piece of language, like whatever.
Hey guys, you like my tattoo? It says love in Japanese.
Exactly.
It says live in jellyfish.
And then this says laugh in Kasathan. Live, laugh, love. Shit, okay.
So,
This is why all my NPCs shrugging none.
so
Don't
from
get me
what
wrong. I love this guy. I'm already very intrigued, Waffles. Don't get me wrong.
So from what I
Real
gather, this
shame we gotta
guy
kill him.
has just either been around and seen a bunch of different cultures and does that, or I don't know. Maybe he's a well-traveled. I'll say to them, he might be a well-traveled dude. There's a lot of different cultures represented in his tattoos. There's one for everything, really.
The thought that crosses my
Interesting.
mind is the exact opposite, that he is trying to be worldly because he has never left here.
He's a weeaboo?
I mean, he's playing vid games. Obviously, he's a nerd.
We pantomistic.
Hey.
All right, we're gonna have to do something. We can't stay here indefinitely. It's not worth a spell slot. It's really not. Mo, back me up. And then from leaning in to look, I am going to... How far away is he? Sorry, we mentioned this before. From the door?
Probably about 20 feet.
I think the ranges and spells and stuff are close and far, and like those the type of verbiage. I believe close is 30 feet, or is it less? I can't remember.
I want to say it's 30.
Yeah. I think it's
25 feet plus 5 feet for every 2 levels you have.
That I have, not the spell level, my level.
That's
Okay.
yeah. It says like word for word. An effect with a range of close reaches as far as 25 feet plus 5 feet for every 2 levels you have.
Yes.
Wonder if that means that I can do quick scan. No, never mind. Okay. Then that's perfectly fine. Then I am going to, without them even seeing us, hopefully, I'm gonna daze them.
All right.
I have no other choice.
I'm much more worried about the cameras in here than I am like.
Well, we're not in camera range right now.
No. You guys are like tucked in the corner where the door is if the camera literally can't like see any of you right now. That's what you made sure when you pushed the camera out of the way. Like the camera gets about 85% of the room. It doesn't get like the storm cellar corner, the back left corner, and the front right corner, basically.
Right, but like in his like apartment area, there's no other like cameras, at least as far as we can tell.
Not that y'all seen so far.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Sounds like that would not be something they want to watch.
Can
Fair.
I
didn't
give-
think about that.
Can I give the signal to Moat to do it almost at the same time as me? Can we do like a double daze, held action type thing?
If you want, yeah, I'm down.
Just twice the chance of success.
Sure.
And then I say to like Aizen and to everybody, get ready.
He'll make a motion of like, should I grab him? Like,
No, hopefully, like, it's the spell short circuits the mind of a humanoid creature.
They can't take actions,
It
basically.
can't take actions. Like, I don't know if that means that they're like aware of what's going on or what, but maybe I'll tell you to like cover their eyes so they don't see who all is coming.
You
Okay.
you would know that they would be aware.
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically, you don't take any penalty to AC, which, to my knowledge, means they're not like unconscious or anything.
Okay,
Then
you
it-
know
in
what? No, then fuck it. Because then that's not gonna help us at all. I'm just going to use my psychokinetic hand, and it's visible, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't do shit,
No.
y'all.
All right, what are you gonna do?
Daze him and I'll grapple him. Like, it makes the most sense. Just daze him and I'll grapple him.
I look at Moat for just everybody's all in on this.
Well, we got two options. Either I try to daze him at the same time, or I try to find any other cameras that might be in here and short circuit them while we're, fucking this dude up.
Cameras.
Yeah, so you and I are on this guy duty, and
Okay.
then, yeah.
Okay. Alright. 3, 2, 1. I cast Daze.
Okay. What is that for me?
That is a will save.
Natural
is-
14
Wait.
for.
No. For a minus.
27.
Minus,
It's
please.
definitely not a minus. I can promise. He's a humanoid. He doesn't have a minus will.
Well, he might be. I have a minus. Well, I don't have a minus will. That's fair.
Yeah, you don't have a minus. He definitely has at least a 0. Do I even need to tell you my plus?
Well, is it +1?
18 total.
Could be.
Oh.
Okay. Well, that didn't work.
That's not
Does he-
something we can beat.
Does
as
the
level
spell,
ones.
does he know he got a spell cast on him?
There's a spell
good question.
resistance, so I'm
So,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm assuming
Uh,
yes.
In that case, then, having to generally talk this over, I'm gonna grab, I was moving to grab him as she was casting.
Right.
then.
Sure. Okay. Give me. All right. Spellcast is that we're still in this faux initiative order kind of tracker that I have made. Spellcast for Zeha was her thing she's doing. Eisen, you're basically running to grapple him.
Yes.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
Yeah. What are we doing? This is going
Come on.
really
25.
fast. Holy shit.
Oh shit!
25, not bad.
I'm waiting
Okay.
for the other side of the coin.
At a natural 17 for a 21, so you still win.
Whew.
Okay.
All right, so you basically Zeha lets this spell out. You see him very quickly. He drops his controller, and the look on his face just changes for a second, and he realizes something's going on. But at that point, Eisen's about a step in front of him, able to get his arms kind of around him in a bear hug because that's the quickest grapple right now. Moat, what are you doing?
Moat is going to pop out into the room and scan with eyes for any cameras, ready to send Wasp out to get to it and short circuit it.
Okay, give me a perception check.
24. Okay.
Goodness. All right. You give a very, you pop out, you give a very quick scan as you hear this guy beginning to talk. I assume Eisen kind of covers his mouth and muffles it for now just so there's no screams.
Absolutely.
Yep. And you hear just this as you're looking around Moat. You see one camera very far down the hallway. Just your knowledge of computers and engineering and stuff. It can't get you now. It does have vision of the entire hallway. It does not see the living room. You don't see any cameras anywhere else.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that's good.
And he is
So-
actively struggling, and he's not as strong as you. He's also not a super weak person, as a heads up.
As Moat notices there's no cameras, they will have Wasp fly to sit on top of the game console with the stinger out ready to short circuit it,
Okay.
And
Oh, come on,
Moat
man.
will-
Be nice.
And Moat will, standing behind Eisen, say to the guy, "We aren't looking to make you feel too much bad, so just let us go on, okay? Our beef not with you."
Mm,
I'm hiding on the other side of the
Drop,
door still.
drop your
have
hands
no
or the
idea.
game. Drop your hands or the console gets it. And that's it.
Is he still resisting?
Yeah, if he's still like actively struggling, I think at that point I'll like, just so that he can see my hand, like I will like curve my arm like around the back of his head so they can see my hand and turn it into the giant sharp dagger and be like, I do suggest you calm down, otherwise you're likely to get, injured in the process. I don't like to spill blood, but it's really your call, and I'll make an intimidation check if you want.
okay, give me a bodyguard check real quick. I'm gonna kind of wrap it all into one check with a bodyguard because I got some info to give you.
Because you're like guarding his body, like keeping it from
22,
going
I'm doing
someone
very
else.
well today.
What are we? These
Guys.
natural rolls, natural
Guys,
16,
sorry,
natural
but-
18,
oh my God,
natural
we're screwed.
17.
Look, this is what Eisen does. Like, this is well within Eisen.
Thank you, roll 20.
That's true.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You're not screwed. This bit's gonna go flawlessly. Then Varso and I are gonna get wrecked.
Alright,
That's
Eisen
not
looks.
one.
Eisen looks to be in his element as you kind of like curve around him. You bring a sharp blade kind of like out of your arm up to his like face, basically talking to him. He stops resisting as much, and you, having dealt with this before as like a bodyguard situation, you can tell like he's more just resisting because he's being held instead of like actually trying to get out now. And you hear like the muffled like speaking stops. You feel his breath calm a little, and with your bodyguard check, I'll tell you, it's unnaturally quick. The quickness that he calms down with. He's not scared of the blade that you put in front of his face. He just realizes the situation.
Question, and this is kind of be rolled into this bodyguard check. Do I feel like he's being held captive here? Like this is like his personal dollhouse? I dealt with people who have been purposely like stuck in rooms that are very nice and very
Sure.
well lit.
Gilded cages.
Exactly.
You give a quick look around the place, like all of you. It doesn't look like it. There's no like major lock on the front door. It looks like he could leave if he wanted. Now, if there's like higher politics in there holding him here, you obviously can't know that. But no, like he's not in a gilded cage.
Okay. So then this guy seems like some sort of paramilitary to me, or like he seemed to have some other training. All right.
Can I?
And then, sorry, I'm gonna interrupt you. And then just a quick perception, like around. Nobody has to roll it. Just all y'all kind of standing in the room. You see two metal-looking boots, kind of by the front door. By the basement door. You see two metal gloves on the table with him, and then I will say, Moat would know this. You see that he was playing a game called Mighty Melee 5.
VR.
Right, Brawl, got
Oh, I
it.
hear they just added Goku to
Ba-
that.
Basically Smash, if for anyone that cares, that is actual Starfinder lore. So
Wait, seriously?
yes,
There's all sorts of vid games.
there's
Oh,
two
I
that
need
they
to go on the
very
wiki.
specifically
Oh,
mention, and that's one of them. So
I love this one. Oh gosh.
The other is
No, I get it.
basically
also have
immersion
D&D
Pathfinder.
yeah,
There's a feat.
Wait, there's a fifth one?
game
I've only played up to 3.
Varso's like he's next character for Varso's streaming vid gamer.
Next character, Len's becoming
Yes.
Len's becoming a gamer next level.
Okay.
Moat, steal the Xbox.
All right, so can I, like, I am not fully stepped into the room. Basically, I don't, as much as possible, I want to see more than be seen. So at this point, can I make a type of check to kind of like assess the situation on a diplomacy aspect? Like, I want to get a read on this person. You talked about him calming down some, but him being quick to it. Like, can I get a read on him?
I need a sense motive.
Oh, great. 22. Holy shit.
Man, a very bad decision with all the best rolls is what I'm gonna classify this as currently.
I don't know what else we could have done.
Okay. Yeah, you're kind of looking him over. I will tell you two things with your sense motive. One, you get the sense that he's either been in this situation or seen people in this situation enough to know how to react. That doesn't mean like the situation being held hostage, but that means like life or death.
Okay.
Right.
Two, you see, like, I'll say with this sense motive, you see like the controller he was holding, and you kind of like are able to glance down at his hands for a second. And through all the fighting he was doing, you watch him like wince for a second. Your sense motive, you're like wondering where that wince come from, and you look down at his hands, and you do see like some chemical burns going up his like left hand on the outside of it, leading you to believe that he does at the very least dabble in science.
Okay.
There goes the plan, boys.
The scientist is a human. I just want to meta remind everybody, and we have no idea what he looks like. All right.
We're done for.
We
We're
know
dead.
the two of us outside.
All right, I'm going to step into the room proper. I still have my mask on, so I'm like fingers crossed on this, and my costume. So I step forward, and I'm just like, oh, goodness, I'm so sorry. I think we started on the wrong foot. Are you all right? And I kind of like point down, purposefully kind of like showing it to Eisen, to his hand. We don't want any issues. Do you need medical attention? Yes, I understand. I can see this is not new to you. I truly don't want any harm to come to you if you promise to cooperate. Is that like a calm yes? Like do I?
It's a calm grunt. He doesn't nod or shake his head, but he's looking you in the eye.
I nod to Eisen to like just the mouth, ready to like.
The barest of like letting his mouth out so that I can immediately like slam it down, because I know exactly that he's gonna be like guards, and it's like I don't want him to make any sound even close to a G.
Okay. Yeah. You very slowly go to lift your hand down. He stays quiet, like while your hand's like coming off his mouth, just to like, you get the sense to give you that trust. Like he's not going to yell the second that he can.
Right.
And then he kind of looks up and says, "Look, what do you guys want? Why are you here?"
Let's start off with introductions. And I just like gesture for him to start.
Sure, it's my house. I'm Tibbet. I assume if you're coming in that you've heard of me somehow.
I
knew it. You fucked us.
You ruined everything. I hate you people.
I mean, we knew who this was. Like Eisen, as soon as he realized it's a human, was like, well, this is how this is gonna go.
What the fuck do you want?
oh goodness.
Huh.
Absolutely.
So, you know, you got Mighty Melee 5. I've only played up to 3. You game for a match?
Nothing, and you come into my house while I'm on my break from the work, and you literally, look, this dude has a sharp arm to me. The fuck?
No, I'm looking at the situation, and I actually can see where you're coming from. This is definitely abrupt.
Okay, if everyone starts waffling, I think Eisen is taking charge here. We need you to go on break for an hour. We can talk about things as need be, but there are certain materials we need that you're about to get access to.
I'm just gonna take out my phone and start texting an update to.
In fact,
Tetsu
I
and the
take his
doctor.
picture.
And
Taylor,
then-
how do you think things are going?
Yeah, no, I
think
take a
they're going
picture
fine.
of Eisen. No digital evidence.
of
Let's not
Eisen?
do that.
No.
because they're freaking wrapped up with each other. So, no.
Yeah.
I trust them, Lynn. They are very good at their job. It is us who I think needs to be concerned.
Ding.
Just focus.
You gotta text
Camera,
them.
camera
Let's
pans
go-
to
let's rehearse
Eisen's
the
arm
parts again.
at his neck.
Wait,
Just so you
what is
know,
this text message?
just so you know,
What?
like as a moment of trust, the fact that he hasn't yelled, I will have. It's a swift action to take it back, so I'll just he will no longer have a knife directly to his throat, as an element of trust here.
This
So
is gonna go
gracious.
great.
Now, kiss.
So Tibbel, I'm so sorry for the sudden intrusion. Actually, we're here for. You see, we have a friend who was incorrectly tagged at the party, and we just simply wanted to fix the situation. So sorry, we did not know this was your house.
You came in here and put a blade to my throat
Yeah.
to get someone not marked?
No, yes, I see how that can be very,
Where did you even hear me? You clearly knew this was my house.
No, actually, I had no...
Okay, but we didn't know you lived next to the storm cellar. Like that.
See,
that's
he said you knew it was his house or my house.
Well, I mean, I know
Yeah.
this is a room. I didn't know this was a
Like,
living
I
quarters.
just having none of this. At
You
this
worked
point.
here.
Yeah, like
We didn't know this was where you were. To be
You
Like,
see
fair.
him like
if-
you see him
if
slowly
Tibble's
like
looking
raise
at my
a
face, like he can just read all of it. That it's just like none of this excuses going.
his hands are like bear hugged to his side, but he like slowly raises a hand like up to his hip and starts counting. He goes, spellcast, rock dude came and grabbed me, and then I got my vid game threatened. Look, I got like 8 more. I don't really care, but like, what the fuck?
No. So really, what just happened was we thought you were simply someone guarding the room. We wanted to pass through.
Like,
Look,
can we try to be a
Look,
little
we
bit more
made some
professional in terms of the hostage?
assumptions.
no, because this is a good way to
Look,
throw
hostage
him
is
off
a strong
guard
word.
and make him think that we're not as threatening. So.
What do you want? I'll give you. Here, take these gloves. They're probably worth more than your life, and then you can leave.
What can I
We're
like
not here for money.
know what the gloves are though?
I mean, you can. He's grappled. You can pick him up and stuff. Remember, time's ticking.
Yeah. We don't have much time. Can we move this to a more private location?
If I leave, they're gonna know. But yeah, let's walk out.
Oh, you tagged
How
as well.
about to the server room?
Sure,
Are you tagged as well?
sure.
I thought that was to Eisen.
It was the Eisen first, and then he just responded with sure again.
Can,
You said that they'll know, leave this room or leave the building?
He like glances around for a second. You get the sense like he's thinking about lying, and then he's just like, leave the building. I can't just leave whenever I want.
I just look like genuinely concerned. Like,
You came through the basement. You see the cameras, like they watch me work.
right, but I mean, you have a life. You are clearly, I mean, I kind of point towards his tattoos. Well, I thought well traveled. Apparently not.
Sorry, not gonna talk about my past with people that are gonna try to kill me.
No. I'm no one is here that is going to kill you.
Add a blade to my throat.
Yes, I told you we were just trying to pass through. It was threatening. We weren't going to do anything.
Like, you could have told me you were here. I'd have probably let you pass through. You're just gonna run into the guards down the hall anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, but how many people are going to actually let strangers just walk through as they?
I don't
burst
give a
through
fuck.
door?
Look, you
Well,
clearly
good to know. Cool.
You clearly have a very busy schedule. We can just leave you be to your break, and we'll just be on our way.
Sure.
Can I get a sense motive on this guy? Like, there's
Yeah.
no way that he's not gonna be just like, oh yeah, queen, and there's some people in the room. Can you just take, like, Eisen's just like, look, the plan has to change, but I want to just make a sense motive on this guy.
Yeah, give me a
And
sense motive.
do we already know whether or not he has the data pad, or is the queen bringing that to him?
The
And that's
thought
what we're
is
trying
that
to
the queen is bringing it to him. You can, like, if she's got here before y'all, you don't know. But the thought is that the queen has it in her possession and is bringing it to him.
Right.
VV has also made the assumption that the queen wouldn't leave it alone.
Right.
Also, did we get a text and a picture, or just a text, or what? What did we get?
I
'Cause I'm
think
still
just a
not
I
text.
got a text.
Okay. Saying
What did
what?
it say?
We fucked up?
It says, well, we're with Tibbel now. We sort of threatened him. This is unfortunate. That's all it says.
Tetsu looks at Dr. Led and goes, I don't know what we do with this. We go in now?
I'll add later on 2 cameras in the basement. Just leave it open-ended.
I mean, technically, there's a front door. We could just have them walk in.
I think that was their plan, so.
No, I don't think it was ever
Well,
the
walk
plan
in and
because
do what now? My plan
Yeah,
was
we
to
were originally
talk
just
to
gonna
Tibbel.
walk in and talk to him.
I
ask
thought
him
the
for a
front
meeting.
door, like, I thought you guys are not human and they're not elf, and therefore
They're not. I think so. I don't know where it
There
got
was a
dropped,
whole plan.
but
It was
yeah, I'm pretty sure as the GM, the plan was infiltration team go in, get Tetsu unmarked, and then Tetsu can walk in the front door.
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Then Len and Tetsu were gonna walk in and have a meeting with this guy, and Tetsu was gonna slip away.
Tetsu basically doesn't want to be on camera as a yellow dot. That's the big hitch right now.
Right.
In the building, it's yellowed
but
out, not on
yeah.
camera. But yes.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Tetsu will look to Dr. Len and be like, do we go in? What do we... Tetsu will text back, can you unflag me?
Yeah, so Tibbel, if you are, important here, I'm assuming, do you have access to the security? Can we unflag our friend?
I don't really have access to change things. There's 2 guards in there. Like, just go talk to him.
I laugh. I'm gonna start like walking around the room. Can I like investigate the room to see like what all he's got here while we're in here? If there's anything we can use.
Sure. Are you taking your time, or are you making like a quick search?
I'm gonna say that as I've been walking around the room throughout this awkward conversation, like, oh no, as I like walk around the coffee table, this is terrible. I'm gonna pull out my phone text, like that kind of stuff. So the time that we've already spent, I will like look around with my psychokinetic hand still out, investigating, moving things, doing whatever.
Okay. Yeah. Without a perception, I'll say the only things of worth you really see up here are a pair of goggles that look pretty technologically advanced, and then the gloves and boots. The boots that you saw and the gloves that he pointed out.
And these goggles are different than the goggles that were in the basement.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like idly like look at them, like pick them up, like like that person that's uninvited into your room that's like too comfortable and is going around like, oh, it's this, okay, cool, oh, all right, like like picking things up. I'm gonna be obnoxious and like take a look at the goggles.
Okay. You give them a quick look over. Make me a engineering check.
17.
All right, give them a quick look over. They look to be a pair of micro goggles.
I have no idea what that is, but cool. To look up later. Okay.
I will tell you real quick if you want.
Oh, okay.
I have an idea what they are, but I
Basically, you'll get a +2 insight bonus. Just remember, certain bonuses don't stack, so if you already have insight bonuses, it wouldn't stack. But to anything that requires close vision such as detecting complicated forgeries or crafting drugs or medicinals.
Interesting. Well, too bad Dr. Lin doesn't have eyes.
True.
No, anyways, I'm honestly, y'all, I have no fucking clue what to do at this point.
Seeing that, I think Eisen's just gonna generally take over and be like, "We're not here to cause you much trouble. If you're willing to work with us to do something, that's great. Otherwise, we're generally gonna try to leave you be."
Work with you. So you want me to come with you, like off planet? You leaving after the festival?
Well, look,
That was
look,
the
look.
plan, but
We just mean work with this
Yeah.
while we're doing what we got to do here.
yes.
That's it.
Tibbel, right? Look, clearly you have plans. Today is a big night. The queen is here. I would hate to cause a ruckus and ruin the festivities for everybody around. So,
You mean like this? Walking into someone's room, putting a knife to their throat.
well, thing is,
Yeah,
that
basically.
this can stay between us and therefore not ruin the festivities for anybody else.
I'll make you a deal. It'll stay between us when you get me off this planet.
Eisen saw
Wait, you
this
wanna
one coming
leave?
a mile away.
Oh, you want to leave?
I mean, look, either y'all are gonna get captured. I can't help you if, like, you expect me to help you and then be like, yeah, guards, queen, madam.
I take 2 strides across the room and extend my hand and say, deal.
Yeah.
Like,
Eisen's I saw this
immediately.
yeah.
He's like looking between y'all for a second. I mean, I gotta back up some stuff, but yeah. And puts his hand out and goes to shake his.
He shook
Make a
my
will
psychokinetic
save.
hand instead.
Does he mean it?
Yes, can I
Even
make
second?
a...
Is he just fucking with us?
Yeah, give me a sense motive.
30!
You know, Eisen,
God.
Fucking 30!
Eisen's last sense motive was a 6. That's why we didn't really go over
Guys,
anything.
how are you doing this stupid
Good
rolling?
lord.
That was a
Just
natural
like
backing up
19 for my
Xboxes.
sense motive.
All right. Moat 10 could be iffy either way, like yes, no. Zeha with a 30. You get a hard sense of like who this person exactly is. You get the sense that he is fully on board until something goes wrong. And then he'll turn you in a heartbeat.
Absolutely.
5 minutes.
That's fine.
Alright, I'm gonna just text, hold on, like with one hand, like not even looking, like not caring if they're spelling mistakes, like just like let's, I don't know what they're fucking doing, but hold on to the other half. And then I'm gonna look down the hallway. And then I'm going to sit down on the coffee table, like across from him, cross my legs, and kind of in like a relaxed posture go like, so 2 guards, pointing down the hallway. Like, tell me more about where we have to go.
Yeah, 2 guards, hallway, crossing the bathroom. It's a big server room, bunch of computers. You probably don't know anything about it. They're in there like watching screens and stuff.
So sorry, so he said the 2 guards are in the server room?
Yep. Basically, you get like by what he said, you get the sense the server room is probably also where all the camera feeds are.
Okay, and then the hallway that we're seeing, that's the hallway that Eisen saw with the bathroom across? Like this is, we're
Yeah.
fitting it together.
So there's a door on the left. It's a pretty short hallway. Like, this is like a bachelor pad basically, but there's a door on the left, restroom, door on the right, closed, door all the way down, like at the end of the hallway. Since it could be anything, but judging by the layout, it's probably a bedroom.
Okay. So where's his lab then? Where does he work?
Basement.
You get the sense a mixture of the basement and the server room.
That's so stupid. Okay. not like that just...
I think your lab setup is really
That's so
dumb.
stupid, GM. I've never heard of
You're
anything
stupid,
like it.
Waffles.
No, not to the GM. Like,
God,
he
I
lives
hate
this way.
Dead.
Do you even know how things work?
No.
Clearly
You don't even do
not.
science.
Fuck. Alright, how do we do this? All right, well, it wouldn't be odd if you entered the server room then?
I mean, they don't really let me in there. Look. If you want to get in the server room, is it like, what are you here for?
I told you to help my friend.
Yeah, sure. I can help your friend by escorting him out the front door.
No, look. Do you have any upcoming engagements that you'd be missed from?
Yes.
When? How much time do we have?
I imagine you busted in my room ready to take me down.
Can we just play it straight here? Like, Eisen is actively like, let's not like.
You get the sense up until now he's been a very good read of person.
Yeah.
Okay.
He has mechanically a very high sense motive.
Okay. Look, I wasn't lying when I said that I do need to get this dot off of him, but we know you're going to meet the queen. And
Yeah.
we need something that she has.
Okay.
So get it for us and we'll get you out of here.
That's next to impossible. I will definitely die.
That's why we
She's
were planning
bringing
on
you a
replacing
data pad to work on. Do you know anything about that?
She said she had something for me to look at, but I mean, she always has. Look, she had gloves for me to look at, boots for me to look at, a bunch of junk in the basement for me to look at.
How does that work? Do you tell her what's on it? Do you give her a report? How does that work?
She has some stupid notion that technology has to do with the gap, and she wants me to find it. So she brings me a bunch of technological bullshit. She knows I'm good with robots. And now I'm working on boots and making gloves magnetic.
But how does, like, when she brings you a thing, does she expect you to, like, take it apart? Like, how does that
Yes,
work
does you
before
have to
you
do it in
have
front of her? Do you take it back to work on? Like, give us details of your process with her.
It's either in front of her or in front of those cameras you saw down.
Got it.
And then you give her a report of its contents or its connection to the gap?
Yeah.
Or
And
lack
if it doesn't
thereof.
have any connection to the cap, it's mine. Like, look at all this shit.
You guys get a text message. Are you dead?
Yeah,
Tetsu
let's
and
text
Dr.
like,
Lin
"Can we
just
go in?"
chilling.
I send the plain smiley face emoji.
Moat sends an
Blood
upside down
asks,
smiley
"Is Tibbel
face.
dead?"
Yeah.
Hey, blue guy, can you let me go now? Look, I'm not gonna do anything.
That's fine. Like, Eisen has
Oh, he's
like
still holding on to him?
specific-
Oh, shit.
No, like Eisen has like slackened a little bit. Like he's sitting next to him during the process
Yeah.
of like keeping a hand on him.
You're just
Just
cuddling.
as like, no,
Yep.
like
Yeah, he's cuddling.
He's
You
got,
see him.
like, a hand in his
You see him
back
take like
pocket.
a 3-foot sidestep away, but like it's like a personal bubble step away,
Yeah.
and then he just stays turned to y'all and keeps talking.
yeah.
Take an up attack.
Okay. So
It's a 5-foot step. Sorry, guard a step.
That's fine. Yeah, yeah.
I could follow that, but I don't.
she hands it to you. You have an appointment with her. She hands it to you. When is she coming? Do you know when she's coming?
No, she's the queen. She's gonna show up whenever she wants.
Yeah. All right. So she's gonna.
Look, let's
she's gonna-
fucking get out of here before she gets here.
We need this.
We need the
and-
pad.
I don't.
Of course, but we can get you out of
We'll
here.
come back and get it later.
Great. Like the most sarcastic laugh. We need this, so you're going to get it. And when you have it, we're going to get you out of here. Now,
All right. Okay. You ready? You ready? Look, y'all prepare. 3,
no.
2,
I like
1. Guards!
No, we covered his mouth. Like, oh wait,
Did you?
like she was doing that thing during the
It was,
moment.
it was like 3 to 5 feet away. Did you? You can make me like a reflex saving throw to see if you can get it in his mouth.
Like I was very specifically like if he was counting, like I was
Yeah.
on top of him.
Okay. I'll roll with you because he would have been trying to fight it. He like. I don't want to explain the whole situation for sake of.
I think I know
surprise,
what
but-
he's doing, but
Right. He's trying to quicken things up a bit. Nope.
I got a
six.
natural. I got a natural 14.
Yeah, no, I don't get there in time.
All right, so you watch him. Like when he's backing up from you, he kind of kicks this ball out from like behind the couch, and it's tiny. It's like a ball bearing size, and you watch it. It pops into a 10-foot net, which kind of trips Eisen up, and he's not able to get to him. He yells out, "Guards! All right, they're both gonna come out. They're supposed to protect me. Get them!" And like you hear the door like slamming open.
I'm gonna back the fuck up, like wherever the entrance to this room is. I'm like out of line of sight, like into the corner as far away as possible.
Yeah, if possible, so is Eisen. Like Eisen is just gonna barrel roll. Like he's gonna turn the trip into like a full-on like combat roll and just like get to the corner.
Okay.
Mo posts up at a place where they can have the pulse caster out and ready to just, tase the shit out of a guard. And they do say to Eisen, "You should be the bait."
You have a what, Moat? What kind of gun?
A pulse caster.
What
I don't think
damage
you
does
do.
that do?
It does electric damage, but non-lethally.
Yeah, non-lethal electric.
Oh,
It's
non-lethal.
like a zapper gun. I will say Dr. Lin and Tetsu also heard this. Your call if you haven't been told there's cameras in the main room and all that good stuff. Your call if
Yeah,
you
we
want
have.
to like come in.
Yeah.
Oh, have you? Okay. My bad. I missed that text.
Yeah, she texts us.
Mo, are you next to me?
So you heard that.
I guess so.
All right, I'm just gonna. If I have an action, I'm gonna supercharge your weapon.
Tetsu
Sure.
looks to Dr. Lin and says, "I can't go in." And
Everybody's
he
gonna
holds
have
out
one
a
action.
mercy pistol.
Len kind of like waves the mercy pistol off and says, "Give me the darts, quick."
Oh, the
Did I
perfect
get the
way.
darts in?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, you
okay.
did.
Oh, yeah, I did. They're on my sheet. Yeah, I give you the darts.
All right, and
There's
I
two
guess
cameras.
Len will
Actually, it doesn't
Len
matter.
will
The guards are
pocket-
there.
Well, they can go through the
You don't
front
know.
door if they want, right? Like it's not.
I was about to say they're standing by the front door,
Yeah.
but
which has no.
they can go
cameras.
wherever they want.
Yeah, Len will pocket them, and then he'll make his way like to the door leading down to the shack, and just kind of like wait for the moment.
Okay. Lynn's at the storm door. Tetsu, you're like by the front door or at the storm door too?
I'm basically wherever Dr. Lin's going through. I'm standing nearby, waiting, not doing anything, not doing a damn thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna just
Zeha
be holding my
is-
action.
All right. So I was supercharging Moat's weapon and then eyes in a Moat. What do y'all do?
I'm gonna get ready to punch a guard because like that's what I do. I'm non-lethal punch, not with my like stabby hand.
Okay.
Moat's holding a action to basically double tap a guard as soon as they get like into the room, and the action starts. Also, Wasp is going to be like above the top of the door frame, ready to make a move towards the server room to try to get in the door before it can close back.
Okay. And these doors are
looking
like
towards
old
Tibbel-
school. Sorry, these doors are like old school wooden doors, and like so they like you hear it fling open, and you see two elven guards coming down the room. What were you gonna say, Isaac?
I was just gonna say, looking to Tibbel, I say like I try to get him to like give him a motion to like stand up straight as like the guards walk past, so that I can hopefully knock one in the back of the head flat-footed, hopefully.
Okay. You see him like straighten up, and he like puts his hands in the air. These guards come basically like blindly running down the hall, like they're supposed to react to this guard's call. And without a bodyguard check, Eisen, they are not quite properly trained people.
Oof.
Moat and Eisen, give me your rolls, whatever attacks they are.
I'm rolling my limb saber, but it's just a punch. It's the exact same roll. It's just
Okay.
I'm gonna roll in real life for this.
Sure. And I think
13.
Moat,
Crap.
I think Moat, your weapon is supercharged.
It is.
Yes, it is.
I hope this next attack hits.
hopefully
What does that do?
If your next attack hits, the attack
Right.
deals 4d6 additional damage if the weapon is a single target attack.
Oh, this poor guard. This poor bastard. So, yeah, I rolled a nat 19, so that's a 25 to hit.
Ooh.
Just
And
misses.
both of these might hit.
Which will deal 2, 3, 6 plus 46.
Thank God it's non-lethal. Thank God.
13,
Oh, yes.
18, 22
That's what
damage.
I checked. 22 damage.
22
Okay.
damage.
Eisen's 13 also hits. The
Oh,
9 pierce,
You guys
the 9
suck.
piercing, or the
No,
9
it's-
non-lethal
it's-
damage.
It's bludgeoning for the punch.
Okay, but it's still 9, right?
Yeah, still 9. It's the exact
Okay.
same otherwise.
Good. The 9 being very important, as you had to roll over a certain amount of damage for this to work. But each of you, these guards come like running down the hallway, and this first one, you watch Eisen just kind of clothesline the first one just out of nowhere, and you watch him go flipping and land in the living room floor, and then you see Moat give this like pull of the pulse caster, which blasts a lot more electricity than it should, and you actually watch that guard go like flying back into the wall of the living room about 10 feet away. Both of them looked unconscious.
He's dead. No, that dude's dead. Like,
It's not lethal.
Snapped his spine and everything.
He took 102 non-lethal damage and then 1 lethal, so he died.
his eyes melted.
yeah, Moat will definitely, first and foremost, get Waspigo and run into the room, and then we'll move over to the car to check his pulse and make sure he's not actually dead.
My psychokinetic hand slaps Tibbel.
We still have a camera to deal with at the end of the
Why?
hall. Eisen quickly shuts the door between the living room and the hallway, so the camera can't.
Len sends a text saying, "Are you all right? Should I come in?"
Yeah, I'll say y'all would have heard the pulse caster blast from being
Yeah, the
supercharged.
pulsecaster.
Like just because y'all are listening to the building very specifically, yeah, you don't think like a party outside would have heard it or anything, but like you guys are kind of tuned in, and you would have
Yeah.
heard a very faint like.
He's still gonna
Tetsu's-
wait since he doesn't know these guys were the ones watching the cameras, and he doesn't want to run in with a gun like through the camera
Yeah.
room.
Well, so while I know there's a chance
Tetsu's
of,
still
of-
currently watching his yellow flag.
I know there's a chance that, this footage is going to be captured. Like, it's not just a live feed, that it might be saved somewhere. But right now, we know that the room that people watch this footage actively is empty. So, Moat, did you
Oh,
run down
fair
that
enough.
hall?
Wasp did.
Wasp did.
Well, Wasp
Wasp.
flew down the hall.
Right.
Moat ran over to get him 23 medicine check to make sure the guard that got flung against the wall isn't dead.
And Moat, and if you guys check the other guards, you guys get the sense that they're both unconscious. The one that got flung against the wall seems to be like, air quote, in bad shape, unconscious. And you think it'll take a while for him to wake up. The one that is
But
on the ground that Eisen clotheslined is like, he's like rousing, but still unconscious. So you get the sense like you might need to either stand guard over him or give him another good like shot, which is
What-
up to people if they want to do that kind of action.
Yeah, before we go...
I feel like
Murder.
once Dr. Len busts in, I would just be like, give him one of your hallucinogens and he'll be out for that will put him out of his misery for a while.
You said you texted us, Dr. Lin?
Yeah.
I'm gonna totally distracted, I'm upset, honestly, that this went down, because that's not what Zeha does. And so she
is
did
now.
she supercharged Moat's weapon, saw it basically blast, look kind of wildly at Tibbel, and is about to pop off and berating him when she hears the ding of a text.
Sure.
And you see her it takes some self-control. She pulls out her reads Dr. Len's message and responds with no one's watching the cameras, get in here, Dr. Len. Not Tetsu.
Len gives her a nod and moves in.
Yeah. Len, you begin moving. Are you moving in the basement?
Yes.
Okay. You do know there's 2 cameras, and obviously you don't know how to disable them, much like they did, I guess, unless you're going to shoot one. But you also know what Zeha said. So
yeah, if Zeha said they're taking care of, Len will trust that and go in.
Okay. Zeha, when you did slap Tibbel with the psychokinetic hand, you saw a small reaction from him, and then kind of at the end of these guards hitting the ground, getting checked over, he's like, look, worked out.
Didn't work out like shit. We still need the queen to come here, and you're going to fucking cooperate.
You said you needed your friend not to be a yellow dot. Your friend cannot be a yellow dot now, and you need less of my cooperation.
Oh my Triune, what happened to you? Hello, I'm Dr.
No,
Benekine.
don't waste your breath,
no.
Dr. Len. Aizen, can you...
Are you a doctor?
Um,
Can you hear this? And he shoves his hand in your, at your bill.
he shoves his hand.
Yeah.
Acid burn.
Yeah, he's got
Yeah,
chemical burns.
He's got some chemical burns on one of his hands.
Yeah, Len's looking at Zeha, not sure what to.
Oh, you want us
Ignore
to do
him for
things
right now.
for you? Is that what I heard? Aizen, did you hear him ask us for a favor, for help?
I mean,
Let's
I just did
keep
something for
moving
y'all
on a timetable here.
after a blade was held in my neck.
Yeah, Zeha, I don't think we can take the high ground here, so chill. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the room, make sure there's anything, see if there's anything I can do.
Dr. Len,
And
can you
we'll go to the security room.
can you make sure this one doesn't wake up and this one stays out of our way? And I mean the same exact thing for both of them, and I point to the one guard that's rousing and Tibbel. Fuck, knock him out, because we're gonna go back to the first plan, because I'm gonna get rid of that dot for Tetsu, and Tetsu's gonna be Tibbel, and that's all I care about.
All right, Len will
Flawless
first
blend.
give Tibbel a field dressing, he'll restore 4 health to him, I guess, because he asked him to heal him, and Len's not really sure what to do.
Okay. As you start, he shakes his hand at you. He's like, I mean, look, I can dress wounds if that's all you're gonna do. Just don't worry about it. Sorry, I thought you were a doctor.
And now this is my special fast-acting formula. Just you might feel a little prick.
Yeah, you ever been to Bethesda? You seen the chemical wounds from Bethesda? You're not gonna heal it with some field wounds or whatever you got over there.
Len feels slightly discouraged by this, but he'll enjoy it anyways.
Okay.
Wait, so you injected him though?
Yeah.
With the
With
adaptation serum, right?
With the adaptation serum. Now he's dead.
Yes.
No, I gave
It
him like
fought.
4 health back.
Okay. Are you gonna inject him with anything else, like a hallucinogen as part of this action, or because I know I told you to take care of him, so I don't know if
Len
Dr.
has
Len's
no
evil
idea
or
what she
anything.
means by take care of him, and is going to assume she just wants me to look at him.
Okay.
And then Len's going to
Can I,
start checking on the guy unconscious.
since I'm
See-
going down the hallway, if you're in the room when I go to step into the hallway and I turn around, if Tibbel's back is to me and Dr. Len is not, I just do a inject his neck motion and then walk around and go back and meet up with Moat to see the deal of the
Yeah.
safe room.
So the thing is, if I inject him with the hallucinogen, he's going to be tripping balls for about 5 rounds, and then he's going to be
Yeah, it's not
fine.
that long.
We have, yeah. Do what you gotta do, Dr. Lin.
I'm just gonna hang.
I think at that point, Eisen is gonna be like, "You're gonna be with me, Tibbel. Okay?
Yeah.
None of this none of this guard calling. I'm gonna make sure you get out safe. All right?"
No, you want it in the server room, we're going. But yeah, I'm with you. Rock, dude.
Like he's going fully into like small child mode of like,
Yeah.
I know how to deal with you, small child.
And you see Tibbel like reacts to that like a little more, like he's a little less chaotic with it. And he's like, all right, like I'm with you, man. I hear you.
And to be perfectly
and
honest,
at that point,
Zeha's like terrible at this. Like she's like, this is
Right.
100% a character.
Really?
She cannot handle him because it's just not her jam.
yeah, this is
noticed.
Eisen's bread and butter here. Is just like, I got this.
Hostage situation.
All right, so we got Dr. Lin checking on the other guy. Dr. Lin, you do see him rousing. Easy enough for you to inject him with something that would just like keep him asleep, like a mild anesthetic, or
Yeah, okay.
like, you can pop him in the forehead, whatever evil Dr. Lin wants to do.
I'll inject him with some sort of mild sedative just to try and keep him
Okay.
asleep.
He rolled a nat 1 on his fortitude save. He dies.
Oh no.
No.
Dr. Lin
Got
is
him.
almost at Monk Butu's death count. So
That's not true. It says hundreds in my
13,000
notes. Actually, 1350. 1350 confirmed kills.
that's true.
Get on my
All right, you guys are going to the server room though. Tibble's
Yep.
chilling with Eisen.
And we're not leaving the like unconscious guards just in the living room when the queen shows up.
I'm assuming
Where to put them?
you are babysitting Eisen. You're babysitting Tibbel here in his living room. Like, let Moat and I handle the server room.
That's what I
Well,
thought.
I don't know when the queen's gonna show up, so I'd much rather bring Tibbel with us, so that like if for whatever reason something goes on, like we can figure that out before just like her being immediately in the room.
Well, you have the guards there anyways, so. But yeah, all right. But for while
Can
you're
move
still there,
bodies.
Eisen goes. Zeha and Moat are in the server room. I'm gonna try to shake off that annoying, chaotic energy and refocus. What are we dealing with in here?
All right, you guys walk into the server room, and between two very high computer, very high engineering type people, this place is a work of art. For a very small place, it is a work of art. Like, the walls are integrated with both wires and partial like magic lines that run through them, both into servers. You see about three very large like server hard drive type things that you saw in the first scientist laboratory. You saw 2 of them. You see 3 in here, but they're spread out into multiple pieces to make the room still workable. Like, this room's small. It's like big closet size.
Got it.
Yet most of the hardware and electricity and magic and stuff is integrated into the walls and the ceiling. And then you see like 4 large screens. You've seen 3 cameras as a reminder, but you see 4 large screens on like integrated in like a wall and 2 chairs that are one's toppled over and one's sitting upright that you assume the guards were sitting in.
Where's the
One
fourth
is
camera?
displayed on the screens.
Yeah, like what? Yeah.
It looks to be situated on the front door, like outside.
Do we see Tetsu?
Oh, can we see Tetsu?
No, he
I'm not
followed
standing up against the
Dr. Lin.
building.
He said he followed Dr. Lin. He said he was going to wherever Dr. Lin was going, so I assume he's by the storm door, which is like not by the front door.
Fair.
Yeah, but just to make clear, I'm not like lurking at the door entrance.
No. You're
Yeah.
like integrating yourself in a party, which is near
Yes.
impossible to
You-
see that you want to do something weird.
You're standing
Okay.
up against the brick wall, 1 foot up, leaning
Just
on
leaning,
it,
looking
smoking.
cool.
Wearing
looking
a
All right,
leather
Moat
jacket.
wants to take a look for any data pads like the one that Tetsu took, or any. Did they lock their computer when they got up and left, or do we
No.
potentially have access? Okay.
It's open. You have access.
Moat wants to take a look to see if there's any access for the tab keeping security thing. So like all the yellows, dots, and stuff like that.
Okay.
I want to. If we'll communicate, we're gonna help each other out. I think like if this is a really small room, we're kind of like rotating around it like back to back, like each looking at a separate section. If possible, I would like us both to keep I'll keep a secondary lookout for that as well, using also my my being near a particular piece of hardware and understanding maybe what's kept on it. Using that technology or that ability that I have. And then the other half of it is I want to know if this is being kept. Is it a live feed only, or is the video being stored anywhere?
Okay. The video's being stored. You can tell that very easily by just looking at the camera feed. What was the first part that you said? Sorry, I missed
Helping Moat with identifying the components of what might be storing or actively feeding the yellow dots.
Okay. Whoever wants to give me a computers check, and then the other person can aid.
I'll get the check.
I will aid. 19. Successful.
16.
All right, so 18 total for Moat. Moat, you're going over it. Zaya's kind of helping you. It takes 5 minutes of solid, just hardcore, very slow, meticulous work to make sure you're not tripping stuff, even though the computer's access to you. This thing is if it wouldn't have been open to you from the guards, if the guards had not have left it open, you both assume it would have been nearly impossible to get into. It's open and it's still nearly impossible to transverse, to go through. But
Right.
You guys, 5 minutes of a open computer going through it. Eventually, Moat, you're able to, with Zeha's help, pointing out a file, able to find what looks to be where the information for yellow dots are secured. This leads y'all to believe that you would have to delete all of the information for the person, because the yellow dot is attached to the person itself and to this file, and you can't find a way to detach that.
Yeah, it's easier to just remove Monk Butu's file from their network
Right.
than to detach it from Tetsu.
Basically.
Yeah, I'm Control F Monk Butu because we know, at least because Tetsu told us. Then try to delete that.
Tetsu's outside reading it. All of a sudden, no, wait!
Easy enough. Give me a perception check while y'all are here, though.
Sure.
Actually, that'd be hilarious if you were live editing it, knowing that Tetsu was reading it, and just added little bits of information.
Monk Butu was a very ugly man.
It's been recently discovered
All of
that
it wasn't me.
Butu lost his memories and was rebuilt as a cyborg.
All right. We got an 8 from Zeha, a natural 1 from Moat for a 7.
Jeez.
I'm good. Do I hear a point that, hey,
Delete,
you have
delete,
a
delete,
lovely
delete,
hero
delete,
point?
delete.
I
Yeah.
just kind of want this.
1.
I know, me too. I only have 1, but damned if I don't want this information. No, I'm gonna keep it. I need it for other stuff.
Okay. You guys don't find anything else. Easy enough to find Monk Butu's file, and easy enough to erase it if you want. I will say, rolling over your computer's check, you don't get the sense that erasing it will immediately alert anyone. It's not going to trigger countermeasures or anything, but you do know that eventually people will know it was erased. You don't have the time. It would take hours to erase it and gap the files, or anti-gap the files, close the gap, if that makes sense. Someone will know that something was deleted.
Yeah, I mean, given the
Right.
fact that also the guards will, be there, I have a feeling that they might know.
I mean, you
Yeah,
can
you
kill
know
them
this guy,
and become
so-
an evil party.
Nope.
They're still gonna know that something happened if the guards are dead.
Also, I'm going to spend a little bit extra
Not
time
hide 'em.
identifying where specifically the hard drive is that is storing the immediate camera feed, the last hour.
Sure. That's yeah. We'll say with your quick scan, it's easy enough with like 3 actions, and eventually you do find like the hard drive that is storing what seems to be the camera feeds and multiple other camera feeds like across the entire continent.
Nice. Cool. That'll
Holy
make
crap.
it extra suspicious. I am going to check with Moat first, but all right, I've identified this information. I can wait till the very last second to get rid of it, though it will be obvious that it is gotten rid of.
Well, I mean, we need to get him in here.
Oh.
I guess the question is, how long is it going to take for someone to notice?
Probably next time someone's in this room, so we have until we get out of here, hopefully. But look,
Fair enough.
those cameras are still going to catch us after the fact, so can you run and point them all to the ceiling with Wasp? We're not hiding.
Is there
our
a camera
presence.
control set up in this room?
Just the joystick that goes and then you point upwards.
Snap all the joysticks off.
There's unfortunately not, but easy enough if you want to like send Wasp to do that mundane task, and Wasp can definitely go point all the cameras up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Roll an athletics check.
Just as a note,
Ow.
while they're doing this, I have stored the unconscious guards in the bathroom, and I'm just like talking to Tibbel about like he said he needed to pack things, so I'm just trying to get a basic list from him of like, so what's important here? What do you really need?
And he's like,
Brush, extra pairs of underwear.
I got a couple of copies of Mighty Melee 5, a Galaxy Wars copy. I'd like some of the stuff from down below. Like, I mean, you saw that ball I kicked at you with the net. Those things are cool. That's like he's going on and about like gadgets and
Tetsu
video
has
games.
found his new best friend.
Yeah.
Well, him and Crick and Tibbel are just going to be hang bros.
I mean, Mode is all about this too, so
Yeah.
just not in the room.
You can share.
unfortunately.
Oh wait, they said that they know.
I was specifically like digging him for like any data in the computer that he desperately needs, that like any sort of research or anything of value that he can bring to the table. Like that's what I'm
Nope.
trying to dig at.
It's right here. And he like pecks his like forehead and like temple.
As I'm going to like
Oh, this guy has what I think he has, doesn't he?
Mhm.
I'm waiting for Wasp to finish up, and then a thought hits me, and I look to Mo and I say like, they probably have him flagged, Tibbel, in their own way. Maybe not a yellow flag, but he said they know if he left the building. Should we find that too? Can we spend some more time on the computer looking specifically for that?
Sure, easy enough. I'll roll over your computer check again. It's not hard, like when you know who you're looking for to find someone. Tibbel is not under any extra layer of security or anything, but he is a red flag.
Oof.
Can I read his file like I read Monk Bluetooth?
Sure. You're reading through it. It says, very quick summary, and if you want to hack further to get more information, you can. You get the sense that might like incur actual countermeasures. But the very quick summary that you got like from Monk 2 as well says, off-world scientist acquired for research into the gap, responsible for multiple, and then there's like quotations, incorrect experiments.
Another Len on our hands.
Hey!
Wrecked.
Oh, wrecked. You mean that in the sense of like, what's it called? Not ethical.
You can hack further if you wish. That's literally like word for word. That's literally what you see, and it's much like the face of Monk 2 that you saw, and it was like responsible for many off-world mass murders. Like,
I look, but that was a yellow dot. This is red.
I don't think we should try and get rid of this.
I will
Not
say
yet,
it
at least.
doesn't make sense to you that this is red when the other was yellow.
Well, he has
I
other
would-
value.
I would wager that reds are going to be closely monitored, and if one of those disappears off the map, instantly there's going to be a lot of presence around us. So we need to be extremely careful about this.
All right. And by the way, at this point, Tetsu would have seen his dot disappear, right?
You
Yep.
hadn't said you deleted, did you? Oh.
Are you? I guess I should say, are you looking at the data pad? Like, are you?
Yeah, I've
sitting
been
here,
like,
in
I've
your
been
face?
checking it every like couple minutes, like
Okay,
looking at it.
so one of the checks eventually, you're bringing it up, 3 yellow dots. Bring it up, 3 yellow dots. Bring it up, 2 yellow dots. You click on the 2, they're not you.
I slowly look around, like extra shifty, and slowly slink towards the door.
You Alt F5
casually
like
walk
8
in.
times.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
You accidentally Alt F4 once, it blows up and takes your hand off.
Oh man.
That's
Unlucky.
fine. That's fine.
So
But yeah, I'll slowly slink in once I realize that my flag's gone.
Okay.
Just heading in and be like, hello?
Same way from downstairs.
Yeah, I fell back.
Okay.
Did we kill anybody? Hello?
No, we haven't.
Oh, Tatsu, no,
hi,
no,
Isaac.
we're just waiting around at the moment for the computer people.
Yeah, not without trying.
What?
So you're saying not to delete it, but then do you want
Probably
to leave
not.
him here? Do you want to actually take him out? Because it's very dangerous.
I
But at the same time, he knows
think we
us.
only delete that as we're on the way out.
I see.
That
Well-
way they don't track him, but we don't get the heat on us as soon as we delete it. If we do it now, they're gonna know he's gone, so they're gonna send everybody over to where he is, and the queen ain't gonna go anywhere near him. But so long as he's still on the map, they're mostly gonna think everything's as normal. And once we're ready to get the hell out of here, we get rid of his data, and then they're not tracking him as we're leaving.
All right. So here's what I'm gonna do, and I'm telling this to you before I do it, but this is my plan of action. First, while I have the time, I will erase the camera data of us entering. Tetsu should join us shortly. He can get some bonding time with the other scientist, get his personality, get some information about the interactions with the queen. Now they could be upfront about it. I say I don't trust him as far as I can throw him, and I'm not very strong. I say we still use Tetsu as him for the visit, and then we get the fuck out. Ideally, when the queen arrives, we can assume that 2 guards stay in the server room. She's not going to come in here, so we might be able to stay in here. And then, when she leaves, we leave. After erasing the red dot.
Okay, let me run this by you. What happens when she has a guard detail with her who either A, want to check this guard room, or B, want to ensure that he gets his work done and she doesn't leave while this highly valuable piece of data is on there? To be fair, he did say when there is no information about the gap on the device that it is left to him. So, I believe what we should probably do is... Man, I don't want to share the information that we know might be on there.
Oh god, no, you're talking about pre-gap
But-
technology? And I look at you like, we
Yeah.
know what is pre-gap technology.
Yeah.
And
But,
at that
Needing-
point,
shit.
the lights flicker out real quick and come back on, and you guys hear Tibbel say, "Yo, she's outside." And that's where we'll take the break.
No.
Oh, God!
No, we're not ready.
Thank God I disposed with the bodies. Ooh.
Mm-mm.
No.
I'm sorry, no, I refuse to go to
Let's-
break.
I'm never making a plan ever again. I'm just
Never
sprinting in.
again. Yeah, there's a lot of time used in here, and now the very slight repercussions come.
Oh god, our plans go
Very
so smoothly,
slight.
so perfectly smoothly, y'all. All right. We
Two
will
so
go.
seconds
far.
in. Tear up the plan.
All right. Let's go on break. Let's get back real quick so that we can keep going. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this so far. I certainly am. That was panic inducing. We love you. We'll be right back.
Let me pop in here
I'm
real
in
quick.
pain.
Yes.
It might take like 3 minutes longer than usual. We have a dog that really wants to go outside, so I just want to let y'all know that.
Damn it, dog.
No.
So take your time, get a drink,
Pee
get
on
ready
the
for the
floor.
good stuff that's coming when you get back.
We'll be back. All right.
Yeah,
Bye.
pee on the floor like the real gamers.
Can't follow that. Can't follow that. And we're back. Thanks for sticking
And-
with us. I also happen to see
We're back.
right up here, right below the prediction. I think we have a lore drop that completed.
I don't think so. It never happened. All right, let's get back to the real story.
No.
Woo!
No, I'm just
All
kidding.
stories are a real story.
I'll show you a real story. Okay. Yeah. Lights flickered. The queen seems to be somewhere at the building. But instead, we find ourselves somewhere else. From space and a long distance traveled, we can tell that we're in the vast. 2 moons rotate around this planet that we zoom into. One blood red moon and one steel gray moon. As we venture further in, we see frozen wastelands that melt into forests that fade into beaches. In the middle of the temperate forest, we see a clearing where trees used to be, almost assuredly destroyed for the buildings that now stand taller than those trees. Zooming through a sign that reads Tilla's Core, we find ourselves in a front row seat to a meeting. We watch as blue tentacles shaking and mumbled speaking are interrupted by a ring and call over the intercom. Dr. Wren, your appointment? We watch as the blue Cyphozoan freezes and makes a motion to end the current meeting he is in with no care that he is cutting it very abruptly and very early. We follow him down a hallway, one turn, every wall made of mirror glass and intricate blue wiring, as he finally walks through an automatic door. In front of him, a long metal table sits, and a witchweird, his feet up on the table, leans back in a chair. So, Ren, let's talk about the next steps to our plan. And we fade out from Kazcon.
No.
What could possibly
As we
go-
fade back into these lights flickering and no queen on the cameras.
Oh, great. We were okay. I know, super dramatic and panicky, but we were mentioning on break of the timeline of when exactly Tetsu joined us.
Yeah. So Tetsu's been in the living room for what I assume is like 2 to 3 minutes. Like he came through the basement and then some stuff was happening. Y'all are talking in like literally the way my brain imagined it is when Zeha said the words like Tetsu will join us soon, that he was like walking through the basement.
Okay.
and then like he came in, but like nobody had yelled. Maybe you heard his voice and stuff like that, but like it's literally been about 2.5 minutes since Tetsu's walked in, probably.
And did we hear him say the queen's here?
Tibbel, yeah. I mean, he yelled it in like a hushed yell, but the kind that doesn't travel through outside walls, but like he didn't scream his lungs out, but like everybody in the house could hear it.
Yep.
He's like, she's outside.
So walking
Can I
up,
sense
did I
both of
have
them?
like, did I get a sense of like what he looks like and sounds like? Like,
Oh, yeah.
Did I get a
I mean-
chance to talk to him a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, we'll say some small talk. He's he's hard to gauge his personality, minus the fact that he's highly like hard to read, and the fact like if you just said random things, you'd probably be him.
That's exactly what I was hoping.
Yeah.
Could I try and see if he's like BSing us about the queen being here? Because it's been sketchy ever since I've gotten in here.
Sure, give me a sense motive.
Can I quickly finish erasing the data?
Yeah.
That is a natural 9 for a 19. I am rolling in person now.
Fancy dice.
Sorry. Tell me.
A 19.
All right. Sense motive 19, you don't think he's bullshitting you. Like, you think that like as an immediate reaction to the lights flickering as if it was a signal.
Oh, okay.
Tetsu will look to him and go, does she come alone?
Usually her guards are out of the front door in the basement to make sure I don't leave and stuff, but I mean she comes through the basement. She's coming like right now. Like she flicks it, storm doors open.
I push
Oh.
them out towards like the door that I see just going away as I suddenly become Tibbel, because I don't know if the plan's changed or what's going on, but I assume the plan is the plan.
He will be acting as you for this interaction, and you will be staying with us. And whatever they promise you.
All right,
will
where do I
supply.
go?
We're going into the server room right now.
Yes, server room. In there. That's fine.
Also, once Wasp had finished getting the security cameras pushed upwards, it posted itself on one of the tables, like in between some of the junk. And if
Being our
Wasp,
eyes.
if Moto's aware that she's coming through the storm door, Moat begins just like sits in the corner and just looks through Wasp to watch her approach.
And I'm erasing the data. So to do that, it's standard action. I believe. Okay. Erase removes writings of either magical or mundane nature from any written storage, including paper, computers, or similar devices. You can remove up to 1,500 words worth of text or code. Non-magical writing in a book or manual is automatically erased. Magical writing in computer programs must be touched to be erased, and you must also succeed at a caster level check with a DC equal to 11 plus the caster level. Okay, this is gonna be good. Do you have a DC, or do you have
I mean, you have the DC, it's 11 plus caster level period, like it's flat, it seems.
always 11? Okay, 13. I gotta.
I assume we're using your caster level, or like, because you said that if it's magical writing or computer code, quote unquote, it's for a caster level, but not all computer code has a caster level. So when a computer code doesn't have a caster level, I'm assuming we just use yours.
I think it's me all the time.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Is it
it's-
you
yeah.
all the time? Okay. I didn't know if you were like, so if you're going against magical writing trying to erase it, it makes sense to me that you're going against someone else's caster level, the writer of the.
You must succeed at a
Stuff.
caster level check. Oh, with the caster level for the magical writing or the item level of the computer's drive.
Right. There
Okay.
you go.
Then it's 12.
Okay.
DC 12.
Caster level check, however, is not. It's just okay. I'm just gonna roll a d20. Ah. 14 plus 2.
Let's go.
Nice.
16.
All right. Easy enough. You erase what you want. While that's going on, Moat, you're looking through Wasp eyes. You watch the queen like begin to walk through at the basement, and what you see is this. Not the oldest, like it's hard to tell, I guess, elf ages, but not the oldest elf you've ever seen. Like it's not like she's like gray hair or anything. It's not like, I'm trying to set the scene. It's not like a queen, air quote, you would imagine, and like from England or something. But don't give me that face. All right, I'm done.
No,
I give up.
That's adorable.
No, keep
She's, like,
going. Keep
hobbling
going.
through the
We were
basement.
listening.
I'm so.
Oh, I saw Syrup's face. I mean, she's like, again, an elf year is like, for the meta purposes, I don't know what like the amount of culture that all of you know, but like 30 to 200, it's like the same age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was laughing at the fact that you were like not like old like the Queen of England. That's all.
I mean,
Yeah.
tell me I'm wrong.
No?
All right.
Are we sure she's not an elf, by the way?
But
Don't
you
jinx
see
it.
her. You see her walking through. She seems to be in not a queenish getup as well. She is in like a very toned down costume and also has a mask on. So like obviously you don't know that she's a queen. I'm calling her the queen based off his talks.
And it's not Vivi, is it? We don't recognize the mask.
Give me a perception check. You don't recognize the mask. The mask. I'll go and tell you that.
18?
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, just based off body differences and hair color, it is not Phoebe.
Is there a familial resemblance?
Just checking.
Yep,
We'll get
they're
there.
both female elves.
They're
Same
related.
people.
Where did everybody else go at this point? Is everybody rushing in with us?
Right now, you're erasing stuff. Moat is looking through Wasp, which to end that scene, like that's what you see, and then you watch the queen's head like turn towards Wasp, and like as she's walking by, she's like glancing back over her shoulder at basically directly at Wasp, and then keeps walking.
Wasp short circuits itself and then deactivates.
For real?
Yeah, just it goes, and then just like
Okay.
falls over as if it was just like a
Sabuka.
a Furby that just happened to be looking there at the time.
All right. Okay. She like, you see like give a like pierces her eyes a little bit like weird, but keeps walking at that point. Tetsu is changing into Tibbel while I think everybody else is running into the server room.
Yes.
I'm standing like, I assume the couch is like got its back to the basement door, so I'm like standing with my back to the back of the couch facing the door, just kind of like waiting for her, because I assume that's why she gave me the heads up. So he's just kind of waiting there, and can try not to look as uncomfortable as he feels.
Okay. All right. She kind of you see the like knob on the door kind of turn, and sorry, I have a dog that is absolutely loving me right now. No, that's next. All right.
Oh, Nick.
You see the knob on the door kind of turn and slowly begin to open. You watch her kind of peek around. She peeks her head in. This mask is like highly woodlandish. It's got like a couple of leaves, a lot of flowers, and then like the totem part of a wood like mask. Like imagine like Majora's Mask kind of mask thing going on.
She matches Dr. Len.
Very much. She kind of peeks
Hey,
in and
baby.
she goes, Tibbel.
Yes, come in. And Tetsu like reaches for the door to like kind of open it for her, thinking he like was supposed to or something.
Sure. And she lets you, and you see her carrying this quite large data pad. It's like imagine the size of like a iPad kind of thing. She's basically a nice hold up. Let's go. And she's like carrying it kind of under her arm. She goes, "Well, we don't have quite as much time as I would like, but here." She extends her arm and kind of pushes this thing into your chest. I imagine you'll take a look at this for me, and then we'll see what happens.
Do you want me to look at it now?
Yes.
Okay. What is on this? Do you know?
That's your job.
Right.
Can I?
Okay. So I go to turn and like sit on the couch.
Okay.
And
what's up, Zal?
We have access to this thing. Everybody's in here now, right? Like we never just like everybody got pushed in here.
Basically everybody except for Wasp and Tetsu.
Okay.
And the 2 unconscious security guards in the bathroom.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna if Mo, you're no longer looking through Wasp, so I'm gonna wave you over. I'm gonna be like, help me with this. And you mentioned earlier that I sensed data from all around, like, this continent. I want to find something to turn into a red alert outside and get the queen out of here.
Okay.
Oh,
Give me a computer's check.
I mean, I'm
what's this?
saying, I'm like whispering this to Mo, like, we have to get the queen out. Do you want to do this? Do you want to turn everybody into yellow dots? Like, what do you want to do?
I like the
Tetsu's
idea.
got that button ready.
Wait.
Well, the problem is we can't just flip on yellow dots. They're personages. Can we flip all yellow dots to red?
If they realize there's a problem emanating from the control room where these dots are controlled, they're gonna come straight here.
The queen will leave, and that's all
That's a
we
fair
need.
point.
The queen
Well-
isn't safe. Their first priority is to get her out of here. Obviously, we're like super whispering.
Yep.
That's one hell of a
All right.
gamble.
Let me interrupt real quick. 2 things. 1, at this point, I feel like I have kind of abandoned my tracker, which is perfectly fine because it's gone into a lot of roleplay that I am enjoying. 2, Tetsu.
Yeah.
This conversation's going on. It's been like 20 seconds of the conversation. I'm keeping track of it as much as I can in my head. You're sitting on the couch, and the queen kind of like sits by you as you're beginning to turn it on. Her leg's pretty close to yours.
Tetsu looks down at the leg and kind of like leans against the side of the couch, like as if to like make space for himself, but like
Back myself into
also
a
try
corner.
not. Yeah, he essentially is backing himself into the corner, just trying to make space without making space, basically. As he starts typing away on this data pad, trying to get it open, basically. She said it wasn't hard to, it wasn't very decrypted. Vivi said, she basically said she put like a basic password on it, so he's trying like 1, 2, 3, 4, ABC.
Are you trying to unlock it in front of her, or are you trying to act like you're unlocking it and failing?
I'm just for now, because I don't think there's like a rush. I'm just trying to look like I'm like this is not an easy unlock, but I am trying to figure out, do I think it's easy? Like, can I unlock it without really unlocking it, basically?
Okay, give me a computer's check first.
Not bad. 22.
All right, you definitely think you can unlock it, like without really trying. It would take a little hacking, which you imagine like the scientist would know, and that would be normal for her as well. Like you're not just gonna guess the password. It's not gonna be like VVVV or like
VV 1, 2,
1,
3.
2, 3,
Yep.
4.
That said, yeah. Now that you know that, what do you want to do? You want to try to pretend like you're not unlocking it?
Yeah, I'm just like pretending, like meandering on it, like I'm trying to unlock it, and I go. So where did you get this? Do you know what is? You don't know what's on here, or what kind of info?
We acquired it where we did, and you'll unlock it. Correct?
I mean, yeah, yes. I thought,
Okay, then do it.
well, fine. And I flip it over to show that it's unlocked, and I go, what? But the files on here might be locked. Is there anything you're looking for? As I start like looking through the files.
Wait, did I miss it? Did you actually successfully unlock it?
I assume Waffle said I could, so I assumed like.
Yeah, I mean, he rolled a 22 computers. I said he could if he wanted to.
Why did we do this, guys? All right.
Yeah, let's flip back to the server room here.
Yeah, at this point, honestly, I want to throw a distraction outside of the server room. Like, let's do in the emissary district or something, but like, what? Because we had spent some time on this computer, so can you let me know like what I would think would be the safest, quote unquote safest, but just like most direct, least amount of time, something that I can do to throw something off and hopefully be a warning enough that they're gonna want to get the queen back with her guards.
Like trip the fire alarms in Building 3.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Give me a computers check.
While they're doing this,
Anybody in this room can help.
20.
I'll help.
Nice.
27
Well,
aid, so yeah.
And that's 22 total.
19 aid.
24 total. Okay. 24 total. You're looking through. It takes probably about 30 seconds, like the total of like Tetsu unlocking this and beginning to show it to her. And you figure out that there are two things that you can decide to do that fit that criteria. One, you can make a very centralized like emergency happen. Like you can basically highlight a district and be like, the military district is under attack, the docks are on fire. Like you can like any kind of centralized like alarm warning signal, boop, kind of thing go off. Two, you can delete every dot
okay.
as like a mass delete. You can sense both of them would fit under your criteria. The second one being more risky but fitting more under your criteria, because I'll go ahead and roll over your computer's check. A centralized location emergency. If it's near here, it'll bring guards. If it's not near enough here, the queen's not going to go to the docks if the docks are on fire. Like she's not going to leave if the docks are on fire.
Right. No, yeah. I think
Well,
dots
she
are the
can't
best
leave, all
bet.
the boats are
Additionally, if it's something more widespread of like literally like dots, like something suspicious is up, let's go investigate, is better right now than we're under attack and shutting down our exits. Does that, you know what I mean? Because we talked about, Vivi mentioned to us that like if anything major goes down, it's going to be hell to get out.
Yep.
So I have to do something, and I hope that the dots are at least something to get the queen under to her guards again.
Okay, but is there a way that we can swing this to, not unflag all of the mass murderers that they've collected, maybe just like the petty shoplifters or something like that?
There's no time. I think that would take way too, like it would increase the time, right? Like it would take to do this.
Yeah.
And I don't think that'd be dramatic enough.
But I mean, it's
like what she found out for the
right
to fit under her quick criteria is she basically like hacking in and infiltrating found a mass delete for the code itself to like track the dots. So if she deletes that code, the dots are no longer tracked, they all disappear.
Look, Mode,
Okay.
they won't let mass murderers in here. If it's a yellow dot, it's because there's suspicion, potential, not a guarantee. We have to take the risk. And I'm going to with my four-handed hacker, which makes me do it in I think like half the time. Half the time. I am going to do this.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna put you at the top of this initiative order. I'm gonna call us officially an initiative because
Shit.
there are about 3 things that happen here. 1, Zaya's beginning to hack this up. 2, Tetsu is going through files while the queen is at least looking. 3,
Why would you do this?
you all
Just
receive
give me a second to
a
do my things.
comm call in your ear from Vivi that says, guys, we have 2, 3 odd figures approaching the building very quickly.
Odd figures how?
Guards are raising their guns, and that's where we'll start the
I
initiative
know.
order.
No.
Oh, additional distraction. This is perfect for us. This is
know,
this
I
is
know
ideal.
what's about to happen.
I think I
Zaya.
do as well.
Yeah,
I bet it's gonna be the best.
yeah. We know who it is. It's just this is actually good for us.
Wait, do we
I don't
know
care
who?
I'm pretty confident that I have a good guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain.
Hearing this, can I switch to a red alert on this action? Like, can't I just, like, flag this suspicious activity? Like, it's no longer us. Can't I just, like, say, like, shit's happening?
If you want, yeah. If you want to, like, make this place suspicious, it's still going to take a computer's check, obviously, but, like, if that's your call, if that's what you want to do, go for it.
Basically, do I think that it would, like, make the reaction time of people coming to deal with this situation, like, they're so like hard to tell good versus bad people, but like official queen security addressing this threat that is clearly not us, would it make that reaction time any faster and potentially a good thing?
It'd definitely make it faster. Good thing I can't give you that answer.
Fuck it, I'll stick with the original plan. I don't know, y'all. I'm panicking. I'm just gonna do the thing.
If it helps you, Eisen says, I'd rather her live than if she gets killed here, we have a problem.
I just look at you with this like kind of like wild look in my eye, like, what is that? Like, what am I supposed to do with that? And then I just go back to doing the dots. Because neither one of the, like, I don't know what
Yeah, I
my
think we just need
actions
to
are going
wait.
to affect things. I don't know what's going on outside. There's suspicious figures approaching. Like, that's all we know.
You can
She said
drop
with
if
weapons,
you want,
though,
but
correct?
right now it's your turn.
Yeah, it's your turn. Do what you.
I'm gonna do it. Let's do it.
All right, so you're what? Deleting all the dots?
Is the map of the dots in front of us? Do we see 3 dots approaching? Are they dotted?
You don't see any dots approaching, but you do see like 2 dots still in the area, which Tetsu had told you. You also saw that when you deleted Tetsu's dot, like it went away. You also see that Tibbel is a red dot, and that that there has been a blue dot that entered. You can assume is the queen.
I'm gonna drop an initiative because I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay. Zeha holds Eisen.
Eisen is going to. This place is where like the most amount of security was, right? I
What
want
do
to
you mean
see.
by most?
So like I want to see if like there's a locker here that I can like scrounge up some armor for Tibbel, because if there are people gonna attack us, I want to make sure that he has an AC of some variety for when we eventually have to leave this place.
Give me a bodyguard check.
20, not nat.
All right. Looking through, there are basic, like, I'm gonna like air quote bulletproof vest. I'm gonna call them like they're probably about as good as a second skin.
Okay. I will hand one to him and I will begin putting my armor on, because like if hell breaks loose and things go wrong, stealth is out of the window. So, you know.
Okay. It takes a long time to put armor on, but he
Doesn't
will
it
be
take
he
10
will
minutes?
begin.
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess so. Okay.
That's a long time.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a long time here.
It will begin sliding the second skin on as well. Like I said, it's a bulletproof vest that acts as something, so it's going to take him 2 or 3 rounds basically, unless someone
Okay.
helps him, and then it'll be quicker.
Then what I'll do is I won't put my armor on because I can take a few hits. I'll help him put his armor on, so it will go faster.
All right, Dr. Lynn.
I'm like at the computer, y'all. By the way, looking at you guys, like, what do you want me to do?
Len will say to Zeha, once we can hear audible shooting, I think we need to drop all of the dots. If we do it too early, we'll draw attention on ourselves. If we do it too late, people are going to get shot.
All right. Given that, I have 4-handed hacking. I can do it in half the time. Can I do it to a point where I get it ready to go and all I have to do is hit enter type of a deal? To like.
Sure. I'll say you can ready an action to 4-handed hack.
And can Len then on like the comms to VV and maybe an open comm to everyone else too?
Can I hear this?
Just
like the
I
VV
think.
stuff? Yeah.
Yeah. She's on like the group comm. What's up, Len?
Len will say, how's it progressing out there? Are your shots going to be taken soon?
I'm not sure. They're approaching quickly. They look odd. No mask. No weapons, but the guard's guns are up.
Is there a vest?
I can't tell. Not from where I am. And you get the sense like she's like sticking like
Yeah.
quite out of it. She's like 100 feet away or something.
Okay.
So like to give you the picture, I know no one can see it, but like the camera would zoom over to that scene, and she's like over by some tables, back turned, looking over her shoulder, like hand up to her mouth, talking to y'all in the comm unit.
Yeah, that makes enough sense.
Is that it for you, Dr.?
Yeah, I think I'm just going to wait for things to progress further.
So I'll take my turn to get it ready to go.
Okay. I'll drop you under Dr. Lin then. For now, Dr. Lin's also holding Moat.
Wait, don't you need me to do a check for it? I want to hack in now so that all I have to do is hit enter to get the thing to activate.
Yo, that's so sketch. Yeah. We'll say screw Starfinder rules. I like that, honestly. So you basically hack like 99% in. You're ready to press one button. Give me that computer's check.
Okay.
Don't roll a
Your
one.
quick hacking for a level 2 computer would allow it to be done in like a full round action.
Okay, and then is
That's a question.
Wait, sorry, what? It's at half the time. Whatever that time is, you tell me.
That's what I'm asking you.
I think the minimum makes it a full round action.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what we'll go with right now. So full round action, hacking. You can't get it any lower than that really, but you're
Minimum 1 full action.
okay. So you basically 1 full action, get it ready to press enter. I'll say that you can use your reaction to press enter, kind of thing.
Okay. What is the? Did we get an idea of the rank of the computer when we were on it before?
Level 2.
As I try to look for if that's 18 is enough.
It should be.
Yeah, it should be.
I'm pretty sure it's like 15, 1.5 times the level.
Yeah.
So that's like what, 3? So it should be 18 should be exactly, technically.
Right. Alright, I rolled pretty shitty, but let's do it. Okay.
You can keep looking it up if you want and tell me if it's any different because Zeha would know. Mo, your turn.
Moat wants to be looking at the camera feed for outside to see if there is image of the guard, and potentially image of a suspicious figure towards the front door. At the same time, Wasp is going to reactivate and begin looking for potentially any useful items. So I guess Mutt will take their move action to look through Wasp and look for anything that might be like grenades or smoke bombs, useful weapons or machinery that could that are in the lab that might be able to help them escape.
Okay, give me a perception check.
9.
Looking around, the only thing you can think of without like immediately just making yourself vulnerable and like just searching through everything that might not give you anything with a 9 perception check is, you know, that you saw the net ball like he kicked out, and you get the sense, just your engineering knowing, that it could be very easily placed back into a ball. And then the guards themselves had mercy pistols on them.
Gotcha. All right. So that's kind of a dead end. So Moat will instruct Wasp to move over to be right next to where one of the cameras is and be like watching the storm door entrance. So basically hiding against the camera, and then Moat will watch the security feed for the front door to see if they can see the guard begin to take shots. If they do, Moat will tell Zeha to do it.
Okay. Can you reactivate Wasp? You said you like deactivated a Wasp.
Yeah, you short-circuited
it short-circuited, but it only lasts for 1 round, and then
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. So okay,
yeah,
cool.
sorry, that's the overcharge feature. Lasts for a round, and then it's good.
All good. Okay, so all that happens, you're watching out of the front camera. You see the guard has a gun up. Looks like he's shouting something. You don't see any shots being fired currently.
All right,
Tetsu.
Wonderful. Tetsu, hearing that, like, his intent with the data pad was to basically like flip through files, but really what he was wanting, like, not to for everybody to just peruse, but what he originally was going to do was to just email it to himself or something, or try to. But hearing VV say all that, what I assumed he did with this stuff when he came in was like kind of put his bag like against the the couch, like where it looks just casually like leaning against it, like it's just another thing in the room because there's a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
And he's gonna stand up quickly and kind of look at the back door a moment and go, we need to get out of this room quickly. And he's gonna reach down, like grab his backpack. I think there's a security breach. And you can't.
You say that to the queen?
Yeah. Because we got to get out of here.
Okay,
like,
you watch your.
I was told there are guns coming at the door, like people coming at the door with the guards raising guns, right?
Sure. You watch your look up and. Yes, you were by VV. And you watch your look up. She goes, "Security breach? What?" And she like stops, and you see her like put a hand up to her ear. She looks at you like very weird for a second, and then goes, "Okay, where are we going?"
I grab my backpack and I go. The front door is a totally different place.
The front door is where you are. It's in the room that you are, but that's also.
But I mean, like totally different exit, like a good enough way that I think I could get her out the front door instead of the back door where they're
People
approaching.
are approaching the back door.
Right.
Vivi said that the people approaching are approaching both the front and back door.
Right,
Oh,
they're
both.
flanking.
Yeah.
Oh.
Basically, they have a guard station at the front and back. There's no camera in the back, but VV said that there were 2 to 3 different people approaching both at the front and back.
Okay, so Tetsu will go to the front door because he doesn't think her guards are there, as much at least, and he will go, We're going to wait right here, and then when I tell you, you're going to follow.
Give me the data pad.
I know.
Yes. And she like is reaching for it.
That he puts in his backpack and withdraws a smoke grenade. No.
What the fuck?
Why? You see her like wide-eyed.
You were about to
look
get
at-
attacked.
You see her like wide-eyed look at you, like, why the fuck do you have a grenade type of look? Eisen, your turn.
Did I just hear what he said? Did that transfer over Cobbs?
I'm gonna say
real
yeah.
quick.
Like,
Right, I just want to point out, the people shaking their head walked into this room and put a knife to somebody's head, alright?
don't get it party
I did
blaming
no
here.
such thing.
I'm gonna say yes, Eisen. I've been relatively nice, trying to like assuming that everything going down in the server room has been whispered enough not to go through a door to be heard in the living room. But I'm gonna say like Tetsu getting up, and then whether it's Tetsu or the Queen, you guys heard something to know that it's like something's going down in the living room.
Okay. I mean, don't get me wrong.
If you know what I mean.
Yes, yeah, no, I understand. I figured if that was going down, there'd be other sounds that would be of problematic nature. Regardless, Eisen, kind of feeling a kindred spirit in with Tetsu in this moment, isn't going to say anything to the group, but goes, oh dear. Things are going to get complicated. And you know what? He's going to... my gun doesn't have any ammo in it, so it's not worth giving to him.
Screw
He's
him.
just gonna say, look, I made a deal. Eisen follows his deals. He'll look to the group and to like everyone. We're going to have to act quickly. Tetsu's doing something. Things are about to get complicated. Everyone remember our way out? And I'm just gonna make sure that like if there's any sort of like stun baton or any sort of object I can give to Tibbel just to defend himself, because it's gonna get messy real quick, and I can only do so much as the muscle until it gets messy. So I'm just getting prepared to like when shit goes down to bolt out a door.
And he gets like the only thing you can really find to give him is like, I don't really know like the name of it in here, but there you go, baton tactical. It's like not a stun baton, but it's literally just a wood stick that he can hit people with.
That's fine.
Like it's a proper baton in police terms, but it's literally just a baseball bat.
It's enough for him at this moment. Look, it's enough.
Yeah. It's more than he had with his fist.
So I hand that to him, and then I'm going to actually, because Tetsu and Eisen have kind of a military background, and we have done this thing where we understand kind of each other's viewpoints. So from what I can see at the camera, I'm going to start feeding Tetsu tactical information about like where people are, so that when he does whatever he does, right? Because we can see the camera from our position outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just feeding him tactical information into his ear, so that when he runs out the door, he's not flat-footed.
Okay. Tetsu, you get the sense from this tactical information Eisen's feeding you, without like all the roleplay and stuff, that the guard has a gun up, somebody's approaching, and aside from that, you don't really know what's going on. Like you don't know how close the person is. They're not on camera, but the guard seems to think you haven't seen a guard raise the gun in this entire like festival, but the guard has a gun up. So
yeah.
All right.
Are the Queen's Guards doing anything about her? Like giving her instruction? Like is she...
They seem to be protecting the building itself without like coming in.
Okay.
She did like raise a hand to her ear and say something, so maybe they like spoke into a comm unit. But aside from that, like y'all don't know.
Okay.
Dr. Lin, you've been holding your turn.
Len's gonna just like load his needler rifle. and I guess just try and stay on comms with VV, getting an idea of what's going on outside, like asking how close they're getting, how much time we have until they reach the building. And I guess can I make a perception check to listen if like shots are being fired?
Sure. Give me a perception check. And like while you're making this perception check, you hear her say, "They're still moving quick. Guards still have guns up.
That's a 24 to perception.
I think they're like 100 feet away. You don't hear any guns being fired currently." And like right at the end of her sentence, she's like, "I think they're like 100 feet away." And then you hear they just disappeared.
Do it.
Inside the room, inside the living room, they appear
Yeah.
as you see a Vesk with a Skittermander on his back.
Yes!
I assume Zeha's hand is going towards the enter button, as that is where we will end the session.
In the first time.
Holy shit!
Yeah. Landits, our buddies, they're back. They want round
You
two.
know what to do, Tetsu.